What is up, everyone? This is Coach Austin here coming to you with Hyper Strength and Conditioning with your Nerdout and Workout Podcast. And today we are joined by Joey and Josh from Progressive Motion. I always get that fucking wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Progressive Motion Physical Therapy, right? Am I right?
Physiotherapy.
Physiotherapy. Progressive Motion Physiotherapy. I'm going to get that right. PMPT. I usually see PMPT, but I wanted to try to take a shot at it.
Yeah,
but please introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
So I'm Josh Moreali. I'm a physical therapist over with Progressive Motion Physiotherapist and the co-owner with my guy.
I butchered it so hard he had to correct it.
No, it's all good.
Okay, it's okay. We're all learning.
We've been just trying to adapt to the times with this COVID situation and trying to provide value virtually now. So Joey.
I'm Joey Salgado, also physiotherapist, co-owner with Josh. And yeah, exactly. We're just trying to figure out how to continue to provide value during this uncertain, scary, anxious time for a lot of people.
Good. Very good. So everyone's kind of on the same boat of this is a time of uncertainty. This is a time of like all these business owners are trying to help each other out, and it doesn't even matter what industry anymore. It could be fitness people are helping restaurant people who are helping dental people, or I don't know, like it's just out of everywhere. What have you guys been doing to push forward with your craft and to the ability to impact people? What have you guys been doing?
So we've been transitioning a lot of our caseload to virtual. So we've been using things like Zoom and PhysiTrack, which are telehealth apps that we basically provide care virtually. And we help empower the people through our education and through visually seeing us do the movement so they can copy and pretty much program out their rehab over telehealth, man, which has been pretty powerful. It's been pretty effective. So it's even surprised me on what things we can achieve through telehealth. If you want to add anything, Joey.
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of neat how this has forced us to show the value of what we've always believed that we've had in physio. Because I think if our true intent was to empower the individual to become more independent within their own body, what better time, right? Like they have no choice but to listen to their breath. They have no choice but to listen to their body. And so we're so grateful, man. Like we're so grateful for the movement world because we're not limited to the soft tissue work that we do. Now we can coach them through our eyes and observation and teaching movement. So we feel very fortunate for that.
How's that going though? Is it good? Like everyone's like jumping on board, your patients, your clients?
Yeah, not everyone's jumping on board, man. I mean, I think the reality is it's hard, I think, for the everyday person to say, how is physiotherapy going to transfer to online? Right. So not everyone jumping on board, but I would say for the people that have, it's been surprisingly enjoyable.
It's good.
And it's a lot of learning, right, Josh? Like,
oh yeah. We've been trying to plan or innovate ways to have the person do soft tissue on themselves. We've been trying to innovate ways to just bring that value of our hands back to the picture. And yeah, man, we're working on that, like creating little care packages where the person could maybe purchase that prior to the treatment, and we can walk them through voodoo flossing, through foam rolling, through cupping, and all that kind of stuff. So we're still working on that part, but I think we'll probably be going down that route pretty soon here to add that level of the hands-on care back into virtual.
So have you guys been building out like care packages for people to get?
We do have a list. We haven't been sharing it yet until we really start to clean it up and figure out how we're going to really teach these people how to treat themselves with their own hands.
Yeah.
Nothing like official, like, cause I'm seeing people, cause what was it? What we were doing is like, what was it? I just made a meme about myself. Basically like no client, like clients not having equipment at home to work out. So there's like that meme with the guy slapping a freaking, what was it? The flex tape on the draining.
Oh,
gun.
yeah.
But basically I was like, backpack. Backpack. You got a backpack? Then we got workouts. but that's the thing, like what I'm trying to get at is that for me, it kind of got me thinking, you mentioned care package, and I'm like, dude, I could make a product of like backpacks and just start creating And that's like something for you. It's like backpacks with whatever you feel would be the best way to do soft tissue manipulation, or whatever would cater to what you're trying to do. And you'd be like, hey, buy this through this Amazon link. And you get, I don't know if you guys do that.
No, I mean, that's a conversation point that we're like, because we haven't dove deep enough to look at like, what are the intricacies of actually creating those Amazon products, you know, the Amazon bundles. So we have to kind of look into that. I don't know if you have.
I was just thinking about it. I was just like, backpacks. I should sell backpacks.
Heck yeah.
I mean, during our time right now, we're just like, how else can we make money without physically doing what we're actually wanting to do in the first place, you know?
Heck yeah.
What are you guys seeing with everyone staying at home? Dude, this is like the biggest staying at home project, right? They're all talking about that. So your home space becomes your workspace, becomes your personal space, becomes your hangout space. Like the Zoom. Have you guys done the Zoom happy hour yet?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. You have?
Do with my family.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's family hangout. I'll talk about like Zoom, like with coworkers. But I just haven't done that. The Zoom hangouts. My wife's done that. Like
Yeah, I mean, we've done. Yeah, no, I mean, not once with friends, but that was for my boys in Seattle. It was interesting.
You could like totally get sloshed.
Oh, we didn't do it like that.
But I'm just like, you think about it, it's like you don't have to worry about driving home. You just get smacked.
Oh yeah. Play some music in the background, some Drake.
Haven't gone that hard. Not yet.
It'd be interesting. Just say, how hard can you go? Oh man. But yeah. So what have you guys been doing? What have you guys been seeing in your clients that you're still working with, or just in general, people working at home? What are the problems that they're facing right now?
They're working more than they worked when they were at the office. They don't have a clock in, clock out anymore. So what we're finding now is they're not moving, so that all of a sudden now these pains appear. They have neck pain, low back pain, shoulder pain, and it's all because they're not moving. And then when you educate them on the importance of, hey, take a break every at least 45 minutes and move around to lubricate your joints and all that good stuff, this will mitigate these issues that you're dealing with right now. The other thing I'm seeing is basically, their routine's thrown upside down. They don't have a routine. They wake up later. So as before, they would wake up early and work out. Now it's like, wake up late, don't change. So it's like, I think the biggest thing we need, like we're telling our clients right now, is take back control of your life. Get a routine going. Even though you're not at work, get a routine going. Make yourself clock in, clock out, so that you can have some sanity back instead of feeling like you always got to be doing something like work related.
Are you guys waking up later too?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm breaking that habit though pretty soon.
It sucks right now, dude.
Yeah. Sleeping later for sure. And then I'm waking up a little later.
Is it hard to wake up? I feel like it's harder to wake up now.
Yeah.
I'm like up and at 'em at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Now it's like 9 a.m. rolls around. I'm like,
That's our usual. That's our usual, man.
Yeah, no.
Now it's 9 for real.
Like 9 a.m. It's like I got 30 more minutes.
Yeah. Don't really have anything to do right now.
Yeah,
I think what? My internet's 24/7, baby.
I know, that's one thing. Not the traffic, man. So it feels good to not just be in traffic, right?
Dude, yeah, that's like the caveat.
Yeah, no.
That's the caveat. Have you tried, like, you know how it's like rush hour? I know we're supposed to like stay at home, but when you do like grocery runs, sometimes I'll hop on the highway during rush hour just to see how empty it is. Like, wow.
How empty?
Yeah, like 6 o'clock on 101. This is great.
Damn, that's crazy.
I hope it stays like that. No traffic. That'd be awesome when we go back to work.
It's like, dude.
Wishful thinking, man.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane. But okay, good. So the lack of movement, I like how you put that, like the lack of movement, people not being on a schedule, because like everyone's just like, I think it's interesting that people are working more, right? We're like, we were just talking about that. We're all working more. I feel like it's like we're working more because like that's what we know what to do, right? It's like when things are out of our control, as humans, we act upon things we can control to feel like we are in control. Yeah. One of the biggest things is working. It's like, this is what I do. I'm just going to keep doing it. because I'm in control. So as far as taking back the routine and taking control of the routine, what are some top things that the normal person can do working from home, that like stretches or, you know, positions or movements that you would recommend for someone who has like that neck pain, the trap, the low back, the hip pain? What are some things that people can really, just quick things that they can really start adding into the routine?
Yeah, so it's funny that you asked that, because today we did basically like a 20-minute live Facebook Live in our group for the morning routine. And so we took people through basically head to toe joint mobility routine that people can do when they first wake up, in order to make sure, worst case scenario, they took their joints through its full range of motion. And when you get the rhythm of it, it really doesn't take too long. Really, it's maybe 12 to 15 minutes. And I think at this time we can probably afford to do a 15-minute routine to serve our joints, right? So that's the stuff that we want to start putting out and helping people with.
Yeah, definitely joints that you want to pay attention to for the person that's stuck at the computer is the neck, which we call the cervical spine, the mid back, which is your thoracic spine, and your low back, which is the lumbar spine. These things, when you're in a seated position, take on a lot of stress. The compression from sitting is insane. It's like some significant amount of more compression than standing. So we definitely put together some things for our clients that address those three areas and move those through full range of motion, because when you move them, that's how the joint gets lubricated and gets its nutrition. So if you don't move, you're not getting nutrition to your joints, and then pain happens because your body's not happy.
Stagnation.
Yes.
So do you recommend people do like work in a standing desk, or making their own version of a standing desk?
I go back and forth. I think movement variability is the key, right? Yep. Because if you're standing all day and you're stiff as a board, that's still not good, right? Mm-hmm. But I think the reality is just constantly introducing different kind of postures and different movements throughout the day is where the magic's gonna happen, right? Because even if you're like up tall, shoulders back, ribs down, like you're still not moving, So we're encouraging more movement.
Yeah, they did a study where they showed move every 45 minutes is what they recommend. So it's not so much stay in proper position or proper posture for a given amount of time. It's move every 45 minutes, and you're going to help yourself out a lot more than just trying to hold a position for a given amount of time.
Oh, good. That's actually pretty good. Move every 45 minutes. For how long? For 15 minutes?
Well, no, not even just 1 to 2 minutes, man.
I was just like,
joints. Yeah,
like moving.
Well, we have specific drills that we have actually filmed for this that we can share later, but there is specific, like you want to go through a full range of motion is the key. So you stimulate as much of the joint as possible is definitely the magic sauce. So there's a few drills that we put together that we'd love to share with you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely put it on the show notes too.
Yeah, the video, the main one we will probably share touches on what Josh was saying, was the neck, thoracic spine, and then the lumbar spine. And so the video is like, I think about 10 minutes, but then you can take the pieces from that video and apply it into your seat. You know what I mean? Or get up and actually do it, So we're not married to like one position. I think it's just finding what works for you is the best way we found to coach our PMPT family on. Like, we have our biases, but just work what works for you.
Hey, Joey, what was the name of that app? That app that set time periods of? That would be awesome. Oh, there's apps out there that set a certain amount of time, and then it goes off and you get up and move. Take a little minute break, and then you go back to work.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, they're legit, man. We're playing around with those for ourselves.
It's like it'll just beep a noise, like move.
Yeah.
Move, bitch.
Yeah, I'm using you mean the Focus Keeper one?
I think, that one. Or the one
I'm using one on Focus Keeper, which you can set, I think, the intervals and like how much deep work you want to get in. And then once that deep work time interval is done, then you can set, let's say, 5 minutes of movement, and then you can just do movement in that time period and go back to work.
Yeah.
That's helped me because it is easy to get stuck to the chair and just keep going. So
what's the future now for PMPT with amidst all this? What are you guys doing to push forward even more?
creating community, man. We have that Facebook group community that we're putting together. That's a membership model. Ooh. And we're setting it up, man. It's going to be cool. We're laying out units of basically breaking down the body into parts and having videos of how to mobilize each body part listed out in the unit section of Facebook community. We're doing live Q&As. We're answering questions directly to the people that are in the group. We're doing 10-minute mobility flows of different body parts that we're going to be uploading up to there. So it's going to be really cool, not only for the person that just wants to stay moving, but also maybe for a massage therapist, maybe for a physical therapist, maybe for a chiropractor, to kind of look through our lens of how to move and then see if it works for them and their clients.
And I think what we're seeing already early on, the power of the Facebook Live within the group, right? We have, pre-recorded flows, pre-recorded videos, self-tips and all that. That's great, right? But really being able to take that isolation away and feel connected to people through these lenses is going to be amazing. And already, like, the small snippets that we've done, it just feels good to, like, know that we're being able to put out value for people in their lives, and hopefully they extend it with family members that are just sitting there, so that's the neat part where, you get comments of like, yeah, my dad's doing it too.
It's like, hi, mom. Mom's on there. Yeah. Joey's mom saying good job. I'm like, hey, mom.
That's all look good.
I know, man. It was fun.
Like Josh said, man, community, more than ever, we need each other now, right?
Oh, that's beautiful.
And
yeah.
So, the Move Better, Live Happier group we hope that this does bring people together and allows us to kind of share the ups and downs and everything in between. And we actually just use PT and physio and movement as our vehicle to do it. And shit, man, hopefully everyone just enjoys it.
That's good. You guys, so it's actually interesting you bringing up Facebook, because I wanted to ask, what social media platform have you been using a lot to move your business for, to do the things that you were telling about? Like, was it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Is it what is it?
Initially it was Instagram. That's what's so weird to me. Like, Facebook has so much capability that I didn't even realize it had until now that we're actually starting to dive a little deeper into it.
Right?
I don't know why I felt more comfortable on Instagram, but that was our primary push, was Instagram and YouTube, kind of uploading videos and stuff. But now we're seeing the power that Facebook Live and the community group stuff can provide for us in our community. Definitely Facebook now.
Yeah, so this is the most time I've spent on Facebook, like the last 3 weeks. Oh,
right?
My goodness. Yeah, no, for real.
I feel like this is like all planned out by Zoom and Facebook. Man.
I know, man.
Like no one was paying attention to Zoom. Well, like few people, but then Facebook, we're all just like, it's dying out. We're using more of this and that. And now when this shit happens, it's like, hey, Facebook, what's going on here? Hey, whoa, we can do more things. Units.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I didn't even know you can make units on Facebook. Like when I'm starting, it's like.
So all right, so in the group, we basically have things divided out, right? So it's almost like we have in the units, you can click on the left hand side where there's morning routine, there's neck, thoracic, and just list all the different body parts. And so whenever we throw up a post, we can label it based on a unit so people can refer back to it, right? So it's almost like a curriculum for the community, because it's, one of the biggest goals with us is not just to share the exercise, but really it's empowering the person to take care of themselves. So in order to do that, we need to, because I know for myself, or even both of us, we do best when we have a map, right? Mm-hmm. Like when our business coaches help us, we need a map. And if you don't,
shiny object.
Yeah, shiny object, dude.
So
I need to buy that.
Yeah,
you need to buy
signing
that.
up for all these webinars, man.
Dude. Why are you gonna buy that? Cause it's cool. Come on.
It's an investment to the future.
It's investing. What?
Yeah, man. We just, we want to give them the Google Maps to their body back.
I like that. Google Maps. Yeah. Google Maps to the body bag. That's good. And you said you're fostering this community. Is this unit thing new? Because I saw it in other like gym communities that I'm a part of, and it's like,
yeah, I don't know. I've seen it in the past. I don't think it's new, but it's new to me and him.
Yeah.
So you can see people actually complete it, take it.
Yeah, it has that capability.
Oh shit!
And yeah.
I learned something new right now.
Josh is like, oh, for real? I thought we were just throwing things up and like, there you go. Go over there. Go over there.
Go.
Yeah. So yeah, they can each time they do a video, you can hit complete on it. And so if they choose to do that, then that it allows them to track. Which is
do they get awards if they complete it?
Oh,
Gamify it. Good idea.
Yeah.
I'm always gamifying things. I'm always trying to gamify things.
Yeah, you are the guy to go to, man. We should have another conversation on that for sure.
Dude, I have like the 30-day challenge to help other local businesses, and it's just. Did you see that? I'll show you guys the PDF.
Yeah,
it's like little things, but it's just like if you could do the units, because when I saw the units, I was like, I'm not gonna take that. But then I thought if I get something out of it, I'll take it. So that's why it's like, I wonder, then that I was like, can you even tell if someone took it? And if you can tell if someone took it, can you reward them? And based on a certain difficulty of the unit, do they get extra points? Because I would just feel like if you have, because it's a great feature, right? Because unit, I'm like, that's cool. It's kind of like teachable, right? But what was I going to say? But it's like if you incentivize it and be like, hey, if you guys complete all 7 units, you'll get this PMPT shirt. I survived.
Dang.
And then like, I
know. Okay. What if we did like a Nike hoodie?
That's what I'm saying. People would freaking because now
do it.
Yeah, because they would do the courses, they would learn, they would see all your stuff, and then you have marketing for your stuff.
Yeah, I was just thinking a digital badge, man.
hey, digital badges too, man.
PMPT digital badge.
Digital badges, bro. That shit works. That shit works.
Running man on there.
No, thank you, man. That's a great idea.
But I'm always just thinking about just ways to like gamify and get people addicted to something fun. But what was it? Are these people paying to be the community, or this is like an invite only? Like, how are you guys setting that up?
Yeah, so it is a private group. We do have like platinum members that are in the group that. So people that have really been loyal members of our community, people that have been seeing us for a long time, they get admitted to the group. But then it is a paid membership of $25 a month or $250 for the year, and then 20% of those funds goes right to Street Code.
And what's Street Code?
Street Code is a nonprofit organization in East Palo Alto. Our friend Jason Maiden, he serves as an advisor on the board. And they basically created a curriculum for at-risk youth in East Palo Alto in order to provide the resources and the curriculum to help them learn about the tech industry and elevate their life and their families. And
That's
so,
awesome.
We're helping a local community out at the same time. So I think it hits all around.
That's beautiful. And people from around the world can join this.
Yeah.
They applied. Is there like an application process too? Because I know some groups are like, what is your blood type? Where did you come from? I am Thor, son of Odin.
You shall not pass.
Shall not pass. Who is your allegiance to?
You want me to take it, Josh, or you got it?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So we have just like a few series of questions. Like when they ask to join the group, it's very basic questions, right? It's like, why did you join it? What do you want to get out of it? And how can you see yourself contributing to the group, right?
Ooh.
Because one of the biggest rules that we implemented, and we didn't write it formally, is just don't be a dick, right? Like, don't be a dick in the group. Like,
it's actually one of our rules.
Right? No, I mean,
don't be a dick. It's like rule number, it's like one of the main rules. Like, don't be a dick.
Nice. All right, cool. So, we just want this to be a safe space. Number one, in order to create a successful group, there has to be safety. It has to be a space where people can share their vulnerabilities. And then lastly, purpose, right? So we hope that within those 3 items, people can be a part of a bigger group, something bigger than themselves. And so we want to look at the people and why are they actually joining and make sure that it fits. Because if not, then it's going to create a poor experience for everyone else.
That's really good. And do they pay via Facebook to, like, let's say they pass it, they are worthy, you deem them worthy. They pick up the hammer, all that fun stuff. Do they pay you guys? Like, how does that happen?
So we have a CRM that will actually send the person an email where they create an actual login. Within this login, they could then enter in their information, credit card stuff, and then pay for either the monthly membership or the year. And then once we see that they paid, then we allow them into the group. And then it's on a reoccurring payment model if they choose the monthly, or if they choose the year, then they're good.
Very good. So
infrastructure.
So they have to go through that first before they even apply. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the qualifying questions first, then we'll see that they want to join, and then we'll send them the email to actually get in on our CRM, our software.
Yeah.
And this was launched already, like sheltered in.
Well, certain people that are in the group right now are like the early members, right? People that, because, and the reality is, like, the people that are in there right now are giving us good feedback on how we can make this experience better.
That's beautiful.
Right?
Yes, there you go.
And so April 15th is the official, I would say, day one that we're going to start memberships, because we didn't want to accept memberships now and have people pay and then, like, yo, the curriculum's not fully baked out. Like, and then we didn't want to deal with that. So, like, early members, acceptance. Let us know what you want out of this so we can be better. And then by 15th, then we hit it.
It's kind of like a beta test, right?
Hell yeah.
We call it pilot mobility.
Pilot mobility.
Yeah, man.
We ran a couple of those already.
So what about people who don't have the Facebook? They call it the Facebook. Like, what are people who's like, I don't have Facebook. I've never tried it. It's like, well, do you go like get on it?
You can make it private, right? Like, you don't have to use the platform for everything else. I know a lot of people are against that. Like, my brother is one. But it's not against it. He doesn't want to hop on.
Yeah, no.
But it's like, I guess the question you got to ask is, I mean, how much is it worth to you to feel better and live happier?
True.
Yay! Yay! Look at the smile.
Right? But the reality is, right? Like, I don't know. It just happens to be the platform that we hope to bring people together, and it's up to the person if they want to make that choice.
It's good. No, it's really good, because you're gonna run into the problem of like, oh, well, I don't have a Facebook. Not everyone has a Facebook, but I'm like, yeah. Well, everyone has an email, so I'm going to email you to get on Facebook. So,
but you can reach us still at social media. Like, I mean, the small snippets that we post, but you're not going to get the full experience.
Look at that. Always moving forward. I love it. That's cool, man. So April 15th, it is the official launch date.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Go time, baby. Go time.
Hella units. And you're creating all this virtual content. And I think you mentioned this before we even started the episode, that you were kind of excited about doing all this, because it's like there's like the silver lining, right, of this whole situation of like, man, we could really start building up our digital library like we've always wanted to do. So is that picking up momentum? You guys feeling that, like, it's like, oh shit, now we could do this, now we could do that? Like, what other things is stemming off from this all of a sudden, like, focus of creativity of going into something that you guys always wanted to do, and now it's like you're forced to do it?
Well, there's definitely some other innovative opportunities with things such as Tonal or Mirror. Have you heard of those companies?
Oh yeah, some of them. Those type of companies reached out to me to talk about the AI stuff. Like, what was it? Can you work with the AI to make sure they're calling the cues right? And I'm like, wait, you want me to teach them how to do my job? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, this is the future. So I'm like, you know what? How much you gonna pay me? Yeah. But long story short, they like asked to do consulting and all that stuff. But long story, yes. To answer your question, yes, I know what you're talking about.
So definitely, it's making us think outside the box in that regard. Other than the Facebook community stuff, we've been also just thinking of, okay, how could we provide virtual PT sessions at even a higher level? So we're thinking, okay, Mirror, we have some contacts maybe at Mirror we should talk to, and see where that could go potentially, because ultimately we got to diversify our businesses now that this is kind of a punch in the face. Like, hey, your one-on-one service, you can't do it anymore. You better have other options in these times when this kind of stuff happens for the future. So it's definitely got our brains going and diversifying the model. So yeah, I don't know if I answered your question on that one.
No, I mean, no, there's no wrong answer. I mean,
did I get it right?
Yeah, no,
there is no wrong answer. To have an answer, you're already good. To have an answer for that, you're good.
Yeah, no, it's, you know, the conversation that Josh and I have every day, you know, number one, the reality is it's been tough, right? And we have to face that, and it's okay to talk about it, but then we're going to not hang out there for too long.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. And it's provided us opportunity. Like, Josh is also able to spend time with his kids and be home with his wife. I see my wife more than I ever have because she works evening shift as a nurse. And so now I'm actually able to see her, and it's nice to be home, which never really home much. And so there's so many gifts that comes from these negative circumstances that we just try to focus on that side, right? Be updated, but also focus more of our attention on what it's actually giving us. And, you know, and it's giving us time. It's giving us time to impact more people, more lives, and create that sense of community that people are missing. And I mean, what's not to like about that?
Yeah, no, it's kind of helping. I feel like it's kind of helping us kind of appreciate the connections. You know what I mean? Like, you're calling up friends that you haven't talked to in a while because you're like, hey, man, I'm trying out this Zoom thing. What's up, man? What you doing? You want to take a shot? I'm going to take a shot with you in hell years, fucker. And it's like, okay. But it's like, it's true. It's like, like you mentioned, you spend more time with your family, your wife, and your kids and all that. Like I'm spending more time with my wife, and it's funny because she'll be on these conference calls and I'll be like messing with her, and she's like, can you not do that? And I'm like doing like stupid shit in the background and
doing a body roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like I'm trying to do like stupid things, and like she's trying to be all shade-faced because she's on camera, like talking. It's hilarious, but it's just funny. It's just funny because now you have those opportunities. Like, before, it was less like, oh, I'll call you at lunch, or I'll call you after work, or I got a client, I'll get to you right after I'm done. But now it's like, yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Have you guys thought about once all this thing is like lifted, God knows when? Have you guys thought about what would you do? Like, what's the first thing you would do once everything is lifted? What's the first thing you would do?
Josh, answer that.
Man, I would go to my park, man. They shut my park down.
No way, they did?
That. Yeah, Elm Rock Park shut down, man. It's right up the street. Yeah, I'm sad about that. I'm a mountain bike rider, so like, for my personal own mental health, it would be going a mountain bike ride up there.
Oh, just right away. You can do it on your driveway.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's not the same.
Just go up in the driveway, then come down. Then go up the driveway, and then
it's not
turn.
The
same. Yeah, man.
What about you, Joey?
When the whole thing went down, I went and bought a new outdoor ball, and then I downloaded the home court app, which I saw the function. I was like, damn, it counts your attempt shots and your shots made. That's everything I wanted as a kid. So I downloaded it. I bought a ball, and they put lids over all the hoops.
Oh,
it's cutthroat, man. It's cutthroat.
All the hoops have lids now.
I didn't even know they went that far to do that.
They block hoops.
They put caution tape on everything. It's
so I'm playing ball with no ball at home.
Well, you could can you buy a hoop, or can you make a hoop?
I could. But you know, finances are a little tight right now.
You can get a trash bin and tape it up to above the garage.
You could.
Like the Philippines.
I wasn't for real.
Hey, we'll make do, man.
A little Nerf hoop in the living room, so at least I get that element of shooting. You know,
heck yeah.
I need that wrist action. I need something. So you would go and ball out once everything's lifted. You would just ball out.
Shoot around, man. That was what I was hoping to get out of this. You know, but you know, it's all good. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I would lift heavyweight and slam it down. I was trying to deadlift the couch because I was just like, I need to lift something. And I was like deadlifting the couch. My mom was getting hella mad. I was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just need to grease the movement. Just let me movement. Let me just grease it. And she goes, what are you doing? You have a kettlebell. I'm like, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. I need to deadlift something. But then that's what I would go. I would just go and lift just heavy and slam down weight. That's what I would do. Because I don't have I don't have my barbells. I mean, I left it all in the gym, but even if I could take it to the apartment, she's not gonna let me do it on hardwood.
Oh shit. But that would be a good day.
I know, right? Restaurants. What restaurant would you visit first?
Oh, Joey.
What's the food you're missing right now?
You know, Uber Eats and DoorDash is doing a good job right now, though.
It's not the same. Getting down though, you know,
Shit, for me, man, it's our local sushi spot in Newark. It's called Sushi. They treat you like family there, man. And having that Sapporo with the sake, and then just having, food with either my wife or my family, that I miss that for sure.
See?
What
about you, John?
Smoke eaters, yo.
Smoke eaters!
I knew
They shut it down, yo. They shut it down. I want to get those tenders, man, with that nuclear sauce on it.
Wait, they're not even doing takeout?
Nope.
What?
Yeah, no, they're shut down.
Oh, so they're really restricting you.
No, this is rough.
That's nuts. Oh,
what about you?
Man. I would go to a steakhouse.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm making my own steak. I'm making my own steak, but I need someone to cook a steak for me and just
let me serve you up. Let me serve you up.
Taking my wife to the steakhouse. That's the first.
Let's go, Alexander's, yo.
That's what Uber Eats Alexander's.
Here's your Wagyu.
Do I get half off A5? Can I get half off A5 if you deliver it?
We learned a lesson going there. We learned a lesson real quick. I didn't know. Oh wait,
you ordered the A5 without knowing what it was?
We kind of went there and had reservations and realized that the cheapest thing was like $200.
Bro, you ordered the A5 without knowing.
Austin,
we knew the price, but it was like after you're there, it's like might as well.
Hey, we all have to go through it.
A lot of learning to go through, you know.
We all have to go through it.
It was good there. I did little cuts.
Yeah, see, it's like, Alexander's is a different beast. What was it? Funny story. My mom, she was retiring last year, November, and she wanted to go to Alexander's Steakhouse. And I was like, why do you want to go there? Because I don't know if you know, like Filipino moms are pretty cheap. So I'm like, why do you want to go to Alexander's Steakhouse? And she goes, I want to try the Wagyu. Everyone talks about the Wagyu. I want to try the Wagyu. And I'm like, do you know how much the Wagyu is? And then she's like, I just want to try. And I'm like, okay. So I already knew, like, this is going to be fucked up. So then we go there, she invites, and I'm like, Ma, are you paying? Are you going to pay? Because I'll pay for this if it's your retirement. Because I already knew the pricing, and she goes, no, it'll be on me. And I'm like, I looked at my dad, and my dad just kind of rolled his eyes like, yeah, no, we'll pay for it. And I'm like, oh, all right. So then and I'm like, who are you inviting? He's like, oh, just us. And then, invite, so-and-so and so-and-so. So we all were there. The waiter takes the order, and he goes, what would you like, ma'am? And she goes, I would like, what is this A5, A2, A3? And I'm like, oh God. And then she looks at the price, and then she goes, what is the 3-ounce A5? What is that 3-ounce? And then the waiter was like, she goes, how big is that? How big is that? And the waiter, you know how they do the little, it's like a little petite size. It'll be like this, ma'am. And he was like very confident, like it's very like it's like this, ma'am. Yeah. And she goes, for $200, I only got that. And she said that out loud. And I was like, Ma, that's what they do here. And she goes, hey, what $200? Little what? That's it? And she was saying it so loud. And I'm like, Ma, yeah, that's how it is. And then he goes, how would you like it cooked? And she looked at me because she likes it well done. She loves all her shit well done.
Shit.
And she looked at me, and I interjected. I'm like, no. Rare, medium rare. She'll like medium rare. And then she looked at me like, I guess I'll have it medium rare. And then I was like, all right. I was like, okay.
Oh,
and then she
man.
ordered it, and then that was, and then it came out, and you could just tell the look on her face when it came out. You know, the waiters were like, this is the A5 Wagyu, and she's like, you know, with that like little like stuck up face, like that, like he's like a stank face, like that is for $250. Wait, and then she goes, oh, and then she goes, oh, okay, and I also have the mashed potatoes with the steak, and he goes, oh yeah, ma'am, it's separate, it's a separate order.
Yo.
And she goes, oh, the sides aren't included, and I'm like, Mom, we're not at Blank Angus. I was just freaking out, dude.
That's crazy, man.
Dude. But
Yeah,
that was
it was good though. It was good.
That was
A5's good. A5 is good. You guys ordered like all of it, or what did you guys order? Like the
once we're there, it's my fault. I didn't know the cost. And then once we're there, it's kind of like we have to. So then all the girl, like our wives, it was only me and Joey and our wives that went, and they're all picking the A5, and we're like, oh shit.
That was last year.
Well.
That was, I think, our last year's 1 year anniversary in Menlo. So
So you
no, just our 1 year anniversary in Menlo.
So your
It was just me
wives
and him
picked
at the time.
the A5
Yeah.
too?
It was expensive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they did. They did.
So you're like you're just clenching your ass every time. They're like, what would you get? I'll also get the A5. Oh!
Oh, really?
Okay, what would you get? I'll the A5 as well. Ah! As you, sir, I'll have the kids menu chicken nuggets. I love your chicken nuggets. It's great.
I was hoping they had something like that. They don't know.
Oh, man. No, it was good though.
It was hella good.
Our bookkeeper was surprised at the charge.
Oh yeah, she's like, what's this? For 4 people?
Hey, what are y'all doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
We were eating gold. That's what we were doing. We were eating gold.
Oh yeah, pretty
and
much.
shitting diamonds.
Pretty much.
Where can people find you? Where can people find this community? Where can people find you? Like, watch what you're doing, get involved. Where can our listeners find you guys?
Yeah, they can find us on Instagram at Progressive Motion PT, and then Facebook, Progressive Motion Physiotherapy, and then the group, Move Better, Live Happier. That's where people would want to go if they want to send a request, if they're interested in joining. And from there, you can find us.
Good.
Yes,
Anything
sir.
else?
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Any last things?
Joshua?
Man, did you say YouTube too? We got a bunch of good stuff
yeah.
on YouTube. Progressive Motion PT on YouTube. We have a whole channel of hundreds of things on there.
YouTubes. What about TikTok? Snapchat?
Not yet,
we
man. Not
been
yet.
playing with it.
We play with it.
Yeah.
If you want us to see some random stuff, go to TikTok. If you really want the behind the scenes stuff, TikTok. TikTok. Oh man. All right, cool guys. All right, well, thank you guys for coming on to the Nerdout and Workout Podcast and sharing your passion, sharing what you guys are doing through this whole COVID-19 stuff. I appreciate the passion and the effort and that you guys are putting in building this community, and it's great. It's good. So thank you guys for coming on board. This is Coach Austin with Hyper Strength and Conditioning with Joey and Josh from Progressive Motion Physiotherapy. Right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Got it.
All right, guys. The show notes, all the links and all their social links are going to be in the show notes. Feel free to just check them out, see what they're doing. If you have pain, if you have trouble, if you have like issues as far as movement and soft tissue stuff, hit them up. They're your go-to guys, especially if you're in the Menlo Park area, San Jose Bay area. But if you're around the world, check out the group. We have some listeners from Asia, from Europe, from Australia. I see you guys. So go and check it out. It's great stuff. All right. So take it easy, guys. Have a great one. Okay, bye.